Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Amira binti Ishaq. Number matric AW230075. Here I will explain about Bohr quantum model of atom. Firstly, who is Niels Bohr? Niels Bohr is a young Danish physicist who in 1930 proposed a radical new model of the atom. Bohr suggested that the electron in an atom could only exist in certain fixed or stationary orbit around the nucleus. This orbit corresponded to specific allowed energy level for the electron. Bohr proposed that when an electron jumps from one allowed orbit to another, it either absorbs or emits a quantum of light with a very specific amount of energy. This explains the discrete line spectra observed in experiment. The electron will only able to make transition between certain fixed energy level, resulting in the emission or absorption of light at specific wavelength. Bohr model was a major breakthrough. It was able to accurately predict the emission spectrum of hydrogen, the simplest atom, and provided the first evidence that energy is quantized at the atomic scale. Bohr was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1922 for this groundbreaking work. The Bohr model also introduced the concept of the ground state, the lowest energy level that an electron can occupy. When an electron is in the ground state, the atom is said to be in its most stable configuration. Next, I will explain about demonstration of model that we already made, which is Bohr atomic model. Firstly, at the central part of the atom containing proton and neutron. Proton is positively charged particle within the nucleus. Neutron is neutral particle within the nucleus. The nucleus is depicted at the center with a combination of proton, which indicated by the green ball, and neutron indicated by blue ball respectively. Next, electron. Electrons are represented by purple ball. The electron is negatively charged particle orbiting the nucleus. Other than that, the electron orbit are depicted as a silver line, indicating the fixed path the electron follow around the nucleus. The outer orbit contains multiple electrons, while the inner orbit contains 2 electrons.
My name is Puteri Nur Rashidah binti Megat Rashimi. My metric number is AW230044.
I will talk about the theory of the Bohr quantum model of the atom. It has the quantized orbits where the electron evolve around the nucleus in the certain fixed or quantized orbit or shells without radiating the energy. Then these orbits are called as the stationary state or energy level. The electron do not radiate the energy while in this orbit, which it addresses some certain problem in the classical physics, where the orbiting electron will spiral into the nucleus due to the radiating energy loss. So only a certain orbit are allowed, and this orbit correspond to discrete the energy level. Next is the angular momentum quantization. The angular momentum of an electron is given orbit is quantized, which it have the equation where the L equal to NH equal to NH over 2 pi equal to mvr. We know that the m is electron of mass, r is the radius of the n orbit, H is the Planck constant value, which 6.6 times 10 over power negative 34 joules, and V is the frequency. So next is the energy level and the quantum number. The energy level of an electron are quantized and can be described by the principal quantum number n, which the n can be 1, 2, 3 and so on. So the energy level are discrete but not discontinuous. It also have the equation 2. So the equation is En equal to negative 13.6 eV over 2 over n power of 2. So we know that En is the energy of the electron in the n orbit, and the n is the principal quantum number. The value of 13.6 eV is the ionization energy of the hydrogen atom. Next is electron transition. The electron transition can move between the quantized orbit by absorbing or emitting the energy in the form of the photons. So the energy difference determines the wavelength of the emitted or observed the photons. Also have the formula, which the total energy difference equal to energy final minus energy initial of orbit and equal to Hp. So H we know that is the Planck constant, and V is the frequency of the photon, and the total E is the energy difference between the final and the initial orbit. And next is hydrogen atom. The Bohr model successfully explain the spectral lines of the hydrogen atom, which is known as the Balmer series. So it predicting the wavelength of the light emitted when the electron transition between the energy level, which n more than 2 to the n equal to level. So it also have the limitation. In the Bohr model could not accurately predict the spectra of the atoms with more than one electron, and it also did not account for the fine structure observed in the spectral lines, which result from the relativistic convection and the electron spin. Lastly, the model was eventually superseded by quantum mechanics and the Schrödinger equation, which it provide a more comprehensive and accurate description of the atomic structure.
So for the conclusion of this topic is that the Bohr quantum model of the atom is introduced by the Niels Bohr in 1913. It marked a significant milestone in the development of the atomic theory and the quantum mechanics. By proposing quantized electron orbits and discrete energy level, the model successfully explained the stability of the atom and the spectral lines of hydrogen. The Bohr model introduced the several key concepts or theory, including the quantized orbits, energy level, electron transition, and the angular momentum quantization, which it provide a foundation for the future development of the atomic physics. So that's all from us. Thank you. So before we conclude for this topic, it is important to acknowledge the significant contribution that Niels Bohr made to our understanding of the atomic structure through his quantum model. His work provides a pivotal step in the development of the quantum mechanics, has a lasting impact on the field of physics. We also want to recognize the many scientists who make these bold ideas, such as the Werner Heisenberg, Erwin Schrödinger, and Paul Dirac, whose contributions have furthered our comprehension of the quantum model. So, in this Bohr model, even it have the limitation, it still remains as the foundational of concept in the physics education. Illustrate the leap of the classical to the quantum thinking is continue to inspire and educate the general of scientists to reminding us of the importance to questioning, exploring, and expanding our understanding of the universe. So, thank you for Niels Bohr for your remarkable insight and dedication to science. Your legacy continues to illuminate the paths for the physics and the research around the world. Lastly, the Niels Bohr also has said that anyone who is not shocked by the quantum theory has not understanding it. So thank you for listening to our video. That's all from us. Thank you.
Our appreciation and thanks is also dedicated to Prof. T.S. Dr. Zaidi bin Embong and all of our friends for their helpful insight and cooperation. We would also like to express our apology for any mistake and shortcoming in carrying out this task. To end with, we are truly delighted for this research will bring benefits to others. Thank you.
の中にある赤と青き線それらが結ばれるのは